So this just keeps getting weirder the more we dig into it. This is the latest batch of Hunter Biden's Twitter files revealing that the FBI, quote, paid the social media site more than $3 million to help cover some of their costs.
Breathless reporting to the Twitter files just won't stop. The latest headline from The Intercept now. Twitter aided the Pentagon in its covert online propaganda campaign. Internal documents show Twitter whitelisted CENTCOM, that's the U.S. military Central Command accounts that were then used to run its online influence campaign abroad. On its face, it seems like something Elon Musk might want to keep secret. Certainly the Pentagon would like to keep it secret, for the good of the country. But in a larger sense, it's the most well-reported of the 8 Twitter files that appear important and consequential, but it's impossible to know how much of what the story is that we're actually getting versus how much Elon hand passes out and hand feeds to certain reporters. Then again, if you watch anything other than right-wing media, you aren't getting anything. They refuse to cover the Twitter files at all. Ian Samuels here, former Supreme Court clerk and legal scholar. We can all agree, Ian, that these are important, right? I guess the question is, if Elon Musk believes in transparency, how do you believe things that appear to be so controlled in what is released?
It's a great question because, for example, this most recent dump of the Twitter files, which was written about for a reporter by The Intercept, he wrote that he didn't even have direct access to the files in question. What he had to do was he had to submit requests for searches, essentially, to be run by a, I think, lawyer for Twitter, who then provided him with the results. And he was very upfront about this fact. And he said, for that reason, I can't be sure that I got complete results or anything, but this is what I had access to. And so he did his reporting, and I thought it was quite good. It does indicate, though, that there's a strong possibility anytime you have a public news story that is about U.S. intelligence activities and it's sort of showcasing some kind of covert operation. I think it was called web ops in one of these emails, which is really horrifying stuff. You're always talking about the possibility also of what's called a limited hangout, right? Where we're going to tell everybody or let everybody find out that this happened. We're not going to mention all this other stuff that people don't know about yet, and it's going to sort of throw people off the scent.
I'm glad you cleared up what a limited hangout was. I feel like that's what girls would offer me when they would go out on a date with me. Say, well, limited hangout for an hour or something like that. I think about all these other headlines, right? FBI efforts to bury Hunter Biden stories similar to CIA. New York Post, FBI paid Twitter $3.4 million for doing its dirty work. Washington Examiner, Twitter files Donald Trump's removal from platform explained. The Hill, Twitter files fueled GOP probes, censorship claims. All these are coming as sort of write-ups of 4 reporters who are releasing all this information, not shockingly on Twitter: Matt Taibbi, Bari Weiss, Michael Schellenberger, and Lee Fang. And again, we have no idea sort of what journalistic standards they're being held to. They don't have editors who go through this stuff to provide context. How much of this is Elon Musk sort of trying to handcraft an image of Twitter that he would like to put out there for the world to see, that hopefully sort of re-engages in his mind conservative Twitter world?
I think that there's a substantial element of that to it. I also think that it's very interesting that, for example, there's been no disclosure whatsoever about any other foreign intelligence services operations on Twitter. No disclosures whatsoever about, for example, like the People's Republic of China. They have a Twitter presence. Twitter doesn't really get to have a presence in China. It doesn't go the other way around. But you'll notice that Elon Musk, who does a lot of business in China in some of his other ventures, apparently he runs some kind of car company or something, there's been no disclosure whatsoever about any kind of state media operations run by other countries. And I have to believe that that's not an accident. And that doesn't mean that he's some sort of secret agent for the PRC or anything like that. But what it does mean is
come on, everybody else has got their conspiracy theories, Ian. Why stop with this?
Well, it's true. You know what? Let's go all the way. 'Tis the season. Christmas gift to your viewers: Elon Musk is an operative for the PRC. There you go.
Or at least he may be doing some of their bidding for them. Certainly has in terms of Twitter's data, Tesla's data, and certainly has in terms of giving the Chinese real sort of a pass when it comes to human rights violations, putting a Tesla showroom in the area where the Uyghurs are being tortured. I could go on. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.